It's real in the field, y'all. Workers are stressed out, filled with anxiety on their jobs, and it's causing faster burnout. Before we dive in, make sure you like this video or follow and subscribe for more tips. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, man. The job market is very challenging right now. According to this article, there are over 700,000 job cuts the first 5 months of 2025. And that's an 80% increase from last year. And as a result of that, nearly half of all workers in the U.S. feel anxiety about all the job losses happening around them. So if you see and hear about layoffs every single day and you're expected to do your job, it's only natural that you're going to try to go harder. And that's what's causing people to figure out, okay, I got to be more productive. I can't lose my job. And it's leading them to burning out faster, getting overwhelmed with all the anxiety around them. Now, I'm going to keep it real. I've experienced working at a company that was having major layoffs early in my career. And this article calls it out. I felt like I had no control. Every day walking in that building, I was anxious, but I developed about a handful of strategies to be successful, even with everything happening around me. I want to break that down right now. All right, so let's have a coaching session, man. So if you are anxious, stressed out on your job because of all the layoffs that are happening, there's 5 things that you should do. The first thing is breathe. Whenever you can feel when you're anxious. You can feel your heart pounding. The way you breathe is different when you're anxious. When you start to feel that on the inside, when you turn on your car to commute to your job, when you walk in that building, when you open your laptop, not knowing what you're going to receive as a Teams message or a Slack or an email, take a deep breath and meditate, y'all. YouTube is full of free meditations. You don't have to pay anything. Go on YouTube before you start your job. Type in 5-minute meditation. Before you open that laptop, 5-minute meditation, and just meditate. Get centered. Breathe. You're inhaling peace. Exhale anxiety, bro. You think it's like, oh man, that meditation, brother, it will save your life. I'm serious. And above all, you need to be praying. If you're a person of faith, you need to be in that word. You need to be praying while you're meditating. So you got to do the spiritual and the natural. Pray and meditate. The next thing I want you to do is focus on what you can control. This right here changed my life. When I went through that situation on that job, I would walk into that office. I said, all right, what is the one thing I can control? My attitude. All right, bet. So I'm gonna stay positive. What's the second thing I can control? What's in my hands? My effort. So it could be following up with an email. It could be setting up another meeting for a specific project. It could be making sure I'm the first in the room for that meeting. I was playing these games with myself mentally saying, yo, if I can control it, I'm going to write the best email possible. Boom, hit send. Because everything else was out of my control. So I would focus on those things that I really could control. It could be small things, but it gave me momentum. It gave me hope because I felt like I was progressing. So if you have stress and anxiety on your job, focus on what you can control. Put your attention there, not what you cannot control. Now, another thing you have to do is you have to be wise. If you look to your left, you see layoff round 1. You look to your right, layoff round 2. If you look straight ahead, there's likely going to be a layoff round 3. This is not the time to think, well, I've done this for the company. I've been here this long. I have good relations with that person. I can do this better than anyone else. Like, I'm valued. Bro, when it's time for layoffs, companies are different. It don't matter what you did last year, 3 years, 5 years. It's looking at the expenses for the company and seeing where you can reduce overhead. So when you get into a situation where there's a lot of layoffs around you, be wise and keep your options open. Do not wait until you get that ping and you see a 5-minute or 10-minute meeting on your calendar and you look and HR is on that meeting. Bro, do not get caught sleeping. You have to keep your options open. What I mean by that, you should be If you're seeing multiple layoffs around you, you should be actively looking for other opportunities. If a recruiter reaches out to you on LinkedIn, your loyalty is to your family, is to your household. And so you owe them to at least listen to that company and say, well, I'm not actively looking, but we can have a conversation. That's what my mentor taught me 15 years ago, Marcus. You can always say no. Keep your options open. Listen to see what they have available. And ultimately, once you get an offer, then you can decide to accept it or not. But if you keep pushing, I'm going to see how this is going to end up. I know there's 2 rounds of layoffs. I'll survive the first 2. Bro, that is not the play. Keep your options open. Now, with everything going on around you, you still got to keep delivering results. That's also in your control. Show up, be a professional, and make it known that when your leaders know what's happening and they're looking to see who's still with me, because it's so natural to check out when there's anxiety at work, layoffs happen all around you in the job market in 2025. It's so easy to just punch the clock, but you have to keep performing at a high level, but also know when to take breaks. You can't go 110 miles an hour every single day. You have to be strategic. When you have a task and you know you got to grind it out, boom, put it in that work. When you need to take a step back, give yourself that grace, but make sure you stay locked in and deliver results in spite of what's happening around you. And lastly, whenever you're in a work environment with a lot of layoffs, you're not sure, you don't have the job security, it's a tendency to focus on you. But I want to encourage you to be a leader and support others. You can tell when someone's having a bad day, when they're anxious. Be that person that's like, yo, you want to have a conversation? How you feeling? You good? Nah, really? Are you really good? And have those moments. Be vulnerable. And also, be real. Do not have that toxic positiveness where you just know everything's going to be great. How you doing? I'm doing awesome. When 1,000 people just got laid off, you're not doing awesome. So you have to be real in those moments when layoffs is happening, other people are anxious. You have to sometimes validate their feelings because you feel the same way. And if you can put that support around you, bro, it's something when you lock arms with everybody, say, yo, we're going to make it through this. Like, we're going to be all right. That's powerful. Hey, if this added value, I need your help. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that like button and follow or subscribe for more career tips. I'll see you next time.